We're doing this. Oh, the cat is here. I also like that they still have kind of like the old school card. Hello and welcome to the first video on my new YouTube channel. We're doing this. My name is Ode and I'm an artist and an illustrator and I live in Edinburgh in Scotland. And yeah, I'm starting a YouTube channel about this, I guess. I'm kind of new at the whole being an illustrator thing, even though I've been drawing my whole life pretty much, and that's really what I've always wanted to do as a job. But you know, like life happens and it takes you down a million different paths, and sometimes it takes a while to get to where you want to be. But yeah, I'm not going to go into all of this today. But yeah, so I am an illustrator and I'm at the start of this journey. And I thought it would be really fun to document it here for me, you know, for my own records, for my own memories, but also maybe for you. Maybe I thought you would enjoy watching those videos on my channel. I really do enjoy watching the YouTube videos from other artists and illustrators, and I find that so inspiring, and it also feels like I have a bit of company because it tends to be a job that you do on your own, and I work from home and I love it. That's definitely one of, oh, the cat is here. I have a cat. Her name is Luna and she's right here. Do you want to come up? Come on, she's very chatty, as you can probably tell. Come on up. Come say hello. Come say hello. So this is Luna. You'll probably see her every now and then in the videos. But yeah, anyway, I don't remember what I was saying, but yeah, welcome to my new YouTube channel. I will be documenting my life and my journey as an illustrator, and I am at the beginning. I decided that I was gonna do this professionally about a year ago. I decided to finally give it a shot, take it seriously. And yeah, it's been about a year now and I'm still very much at the start of everything and building a business basically, even though I'm working freelance. The kind of illustration that I really like and want to do is picture book illustration. And yeah, I love drawing obviously, but I really love storytelling and I love picture books. And so yeah, that's kind of the path I am going down. But obviously with illustration you can do a million different things, and I'm not closing myself off to other stuff. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I'm not going to tell you my whole life story, but what are you doing, Luna? But I thought for today I would take you along with me just for the day. I have quite a fun day planned out. A project that I'm working on right now, and I can't share a lot about it, not because I'm teasing or anything, just because I don't have a lot of information to share about it, but it is a project that I'm working on by myself, and it involves me writing little stories. And so today, this morning, I thought I would go to the children's library at the main Edinburgh Library to look at picture books that they have there, and more specifically to research how stories are written, like very short stories. I think I would have about 400 words of space to write these stories, which is, you know, a lot of picture books use 400 words or less. And so yeah, so I'm just doing a bit of research. So I thought I would take you along with me, and then on the way back, maybe go to a bookstore. There was a book that I wanted to get, but I'll see what time it is when I get out of the library. And then this afternoon, I thought, I mean, I don't think I need to finish an illustration that I started yesterday. So yeah, that is the plan for today. And I hope you'll join me, and I hope you'll enjoy this video. And you know, if you do, then obviously feel free to subscribe and I'll try and post regularly. So yeah, you're not going to come with me. You're just going to have a nap. You're going to have a nap. All right, let's go. So I got to the library shortly after it opened, and obviously I didn't film in there because there were kids, but I did have a good browse and I found a few books that I think will be helpful for the project I'm working on. I really like the Edinburgh Kids Library. The walls are decorated with illustrations by Catherine Rayner, who's also an Edinburgh-based illustrator, and she's done loads of picture books. And I just love her art and her characters. They're so nice and so sweet, and they're just perfect for a kids library like this. After I was done at the library, I did manage to go to Blackwell's, which is one of my favourite bookstores in Edinburgh, and I went looking for the book that I wanted, which thankfully they had in stock. They also had this lovely edition of a few stories featuring Paddington Bear, and it's just so sweet. Paddington is definitely one of my favourite characters. I really enjoyed the books and I've really enjoyed the films as well, and yeah, I'd never seen this book before, but it was so nice. And then it was time to make my way back home, and on the way back I made a very small detour to my local loch to go and visit the geese, you know, as you do. Alright, so I'm back home and I just changed into my comfy clothes. I've had lunch, I have done chores like hanging the laundry and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm about to sit at my desk and get started on finishing that illustration that I was talking about earlier. But before I do that, I thought I would show you what I got from the library this morning, and also from the bookstore, but you will have seen that already. So that's the book that I got from the bookshop. It's called The Bookshop Dog, and I don't remember when I first read that book, but the story kind of stuck with me, and I wanted to own it. Like I enjoy reading a lot of picture books, and I do read a lot anyway for work, you know, like for work. But the ones that I really like, then I go and buy and to have at home and to read and reread. But obviously I don't buy every single one that I read because yeah, I don't have that kind of space in my house. But this one I really like. I don't remember where I read it, and it really stuck with me. And I remembered that it was about a dog and about a bookshop, and I didn't remember the title, but thankfully pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, I'm really glad that I have it, and I'm gonna read it again tonight. I like the art, it's really nice. It is written by Harriet Evans, or wait, I don't even know actually. It says Harriet Evans and Claire Shorrock, and I'm assuming one is the author and one is the illustrator, because that's usually how it goes, but I don't know. And then from the library, so I got 11 books, which is a lot. I think you can get 12 on your card. And I was trying to think of what could be useful for the project that I'm working on. And so I ended up going with more like the early reader kind of books, because I think it makes the most sense for what I want to do, as opposed to the ones for younger kids, just in terms of like what the story is. And yeah, I think it just makes the most sense. So I'm just going to show them to you quickly, because we're not going to go into details about all of them, but Pip the Different Penguin, which seems quite fun. And yeah, it seems quite fun. I also like that they still have kind of like the old school cards where they stamp the return date. I feel like in a lot of places now it's all digital. I have, in the similar collection, I have Bear's Beans. It looks quite fun as well. I've got Fish Fingers and Leeks. That sounds hilarious. I hope you can see all right with the glare from the window, but it is winter in Scotland, so sunlight and daylight is not something that we have a lot of. The Llama's Pajamas. That should be fun as well. The Lost Kittens by Detective Dog. I kind of wanted to look at some stories like this as well, because I love murder mysteries, like cozy murder mysteries. That's the main type of books that I read, and I was really curious to see how they wrote mysteries for kids. So I got this one, and then I also got Top Cop Crow, which sounds really funny as well. And then I've got Town Mouse and Country Mouse, because I don't think I ever read it, so I thought, why not? What's good with picture books is that it takes like a very short amount of time to read them. I also have Poodle Draws Doodles, which I thought could be quite fun. I think maybe that's a different type of book from the previous ones, but it'll be fun. Speaking of like detective kind of stories, I got Betty Q Investigates. And I should mention that, as you can probably hear, I don't have a Scottish accent, and that is because I am not Scottish, even though I've been living in Scotland for years now. I am actually French, and so I grew up in France, and so there's a lot of books that, especially like children's books that I'm reading now, that most people growing up in the UK or in the English-speaking world will have read as kids, but obviously I didn't, because I didn't grow up in an English-speaking country and speaking English. So yeah, so there's that's why there's sometimes I might be like, oh, this is really nice, and then a lot of you may be like, yeah, we've all read that story, but I have not. So yeah. And then I got Boris Saves the Show. I don't know if it's the kind of books that would be most useful for the project I have right now, but I really like the art, and it's just, I mean, it's also for me, like I really enjoy reading picture books. I really enjoy going to the cinema to watch animated films and cartoons and stuff. I'm oftentimes the only grown up without a kid at those viewings or screenings or at the cinema, but I don't care. I'm enjoying it. So yeah. And then last but not least, I got this one, and it caught my eye because it was on the display as opposed to being on the shelves. And I think it's because it just came out, but I just really love the art. It's called Mr. Norton's New Hat. And I think it features a lot of mischievous little animals, which is definitely my kind of thing. So yeah, the art is very nice. It is by Hugh Lewis Jones and Corey Egbert. I'm not really sure that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, and then I saw that one later at Blackwell's at the bookshop, so on their front display as well. So I think it just came out probably. I'm from the little piece of paper, I'm the first one to take it out. Let's see. Yeah. This edition, so first published in 2025, this edition in 2026. So yeah, quite new, but it seems really nice, and I think like I would I'm going to read it, but I think that would definitely be the kind of book that then I would buy for my own library. So yeah, this is what I got. I think I have 3 weeks until I have to return those. But yeah, I'm going to read those and then make some notes and get inspired really and see how, like, what I can learn to use in my own project. And yeah, we'll go from there. Now I'm getting really tired actually. I don't know why I'm so tired today, but I want to get started on this illustration that I want to finish. Thankfully, I did the sketch yesterday, which is always the part that takes me the most time and the most brain power. The sketch and then picking colors is really the most like intensive part of, or like or like creativity intensive part of creating an illustration. But I did the sketch yesterday, and this is not one that requires a lot of colors and all that. So I think it should actually be quite nice and relaxing process this afternoon. So yeah, let's get drawing. So I'm gonna work on that illustration, and what I'm working on is, I need to show you a previous drawing that I did. Let's find it on my Instagram. So a little while ago, I drew these three little ducks, and I think they're really fun. And so I wanted to do a bit of a collection with other animals. And so I am currently working on one that would be the goose. Let me show it to you if I can. And so these are the sketches that I have so far. And yeah, I need to finish it basically. So do like the line work and then the coloring and the shading and the text and all that kind of stuff. So that is the plan for this afternoon. Oops, sorry about the noise. I work primarily digitally. I do enjoy working like more analog, so with like colored pencils I like a lot. Watercolor I like a lot as well. But in this case, I'm working digitally and I am using Procreate on my iPad with the Apple Pencil. And the reason I'm doing this is because I've already had an iPad with Procreate on it from before. So I am using, I have a lot of people use Photoshop as well. And yeah, there's no like better or worse way of doing things. It's just whatever works. And it's always a good thing to just use what you have already. So yeah, this is what I am going to be doing now and for the rest of the afternoon, really. All right, I think I am done. It is, I think, like 5 or something. It's gone really, really dark. Luna is back with us here on the chair, which, that makes it very... Yeah, I don't have a lot of space to sit. You don't care. She doesn't care. So yeah, I finished the illustration and I think I'm quite pleased with it. Let me show you. All right, I hope you were able to see that. If not, I'll do something in editing. But yeah, I'm all right with it actually, especially considering that it's birds and I do struggle to draw birds for some reason. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it was fun. It was a good exercise and I'm quite pleased with how it came out. And the one with the duck that I was showing you earlier, I think I drew that maybe a couple of months ago, if not more, and I can see and feel like the improvement in the way I draw, so that's really nice. So yes, are you okay over there? All right, well that's where I'm gonna end this video. Thank you so much for watching and for keeping me company today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to find me elsewhere, I'll put my website and Instagram, and I also have a newsletter on Substack. I'll put all this in the description box below. And yeah, feel free to subscribe to this brand new channel. I'm gonna see how often I'm able to film for YouTube. I don't know exactly yet. I'm hoping maybe every other week would be good, but I'll see. It depends on workload and all of that, but I'll do my best. So yes, again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.